All right, so let's quickly look at something very important again that we're going to need, in the practical class. All right, so let's look at how to be able to import pictures in Photoshop. Okay, so I already have a picture here on my system that I'm going to be making use of. I downloaded it from FreePic, I think. All right, so it's this man here. Okay, so you can actually click and drag inside, and you have this. Okay, and you can actually transform this by increasing the height or the width and all of that. All right, you could do all of that, but then there's actually another way to go about this. All right, um that, let's say I don't want it to be like this. It's actually this picture is not exactly in the hardboard size. All right, because obviously, as you could see here, you know there's still much space at the down. Okay, but then look at this guy, popping his eyes open. Okay, so all right, so but then there's actually a much better way. Let's go down there to the picture again, and you right click. So after you right click, you come here, you see open with. So you just come here and open with Photoshop. So I'm actually making use of Photoshop 2022, depending on you actually. All right, so open, and wait, it's definitely actually loaded, just the picture alone. All right, it's not creating any hardboard for it and the likes. All right, so this way I can be able to do quite a number of things with this image. All right, so one of which we are going to be doing is we're going to be removing the background from this guy here. Okay, so this is how I like working, and I believe it's actually professional, and it's actually necessary that you work that way as well. Whatever you are trying to do, because of design is all about you are trying to ensure that what you are doing makes a lot of sense. All right, so it's actually very important that you duplicate your whatsoever you are trying to do. All right, so I'm going to ensure that I duplicate this image. All right, so I'm going to be duplicating this image now, as you could see here now. All right, you could see this guy just popping his eyes. Okay, I don't know why that guy is doing like that, but then it's all right, it's good. So let's get down to practice. So you duplicate by clicking on Ctrl J. Aha, and you see it's actually a duplicated. All right, so now that we've duplicated this image now, okay, and the next thing we need to do is you need to come down to your left panel. All right, and you need to look for your quick selection tool. So quick selection tool, select it. All right, there are two ways you can actually go about this. Okay, you could see here that it's just showing a very small plus sign. Okay, it's because of the size is actually very small. It's on 5. You can increase this to as much as you want, and the shortcut to be able to create to actually increase, instead of going that place. So the shortcut for that is your square bracket, and your left, and the left one is to reduce, while the other is, as you can see on the screen. All right, I'm going to show you the shortcut for that. Okay, so you can actually select any part of it, just click and drag. You see selecting the subject. Let's select this guy. All right, see, we've selected it. Okay, there's still some part more. All right, that is not so well. Okay, remember it's on plus. As you could see here, there's actually minus, and there's this neutral guy here, new selection. All right, So let's say I want to select, but because of the cap still need some more help. Okay, I still need to select this. Okay, so let's try to zoom in. Okay, let's zoom in. All right, so let's zoom in. There's still some more things we can still touch. Okay, and so for me to be able to bring it back inside, I just need to hold down my alt and drag gently. If you see that sometimes it's not so um working, you can reduce, hit again, so that it's the size in which is taking it down can be very minimal. Okay, just be very careful. You need lot of patience to be able to do this. See, it still needs some touch here, some touch here. Okay, it's not so perfect, but then this is just one way. All right, there are better ways and advanced ways to be able to do this, and I'm definitely going to show you later in this on my YouTube channel here. So once you are done selecting it, all right, you can just create a clipping mask. You add a mask to it. You add a layer mask. It's called layer mask. All right, so you come down here. I see add layer mask. So you add layer mask to it. So it automatically, let's turn off this one here. You see, it removed the background. So what we did was we selected the subject that, oh, is this one that I need. So because that's what I need, I you know the layer mask actually helped us to you know select just the image, the subject rather. All right, so you could now do whatsoever you want to do with it now. Okay, so because if you see this now, it's still very much full. It's still counting it as though this is the full image. All right, but then let's say you want to ensure that it's just the guy alone, these other spaces you don't want it. All right, a very simple thing you just need to do is you right click on this layer and you convert it to smart object. So once you create it, you see now it reduced it. All right, and another way you can still edit this much more by still double clicking on this icon here. So it takes you to another you know another window, all right, that can actually edit this image. All right, so you can actually crop the remaining part that is left. Okay, instead of trying to like scale it down. All right, so all right, so for you to be able to crop, let's say, the remaining part of this image, all right, as you can see, after we went back to this. All right, what you just need to do is you just need to come down here to this more option, right click on it, and then you have lot of many more that you can actually make do of. So what we are looking for is the crop tool. So you click on it and you can actually edit it much more. All right, so it's your choice. I think it's okay, but then I think it's all good. All right, so it's all good. Okay, so it's all good. So when you are done with that, just um press Ctrl S. All right, so you wait for it to load. You see it around here, it's done. Okay, so you go back here, you know all right, so you see that this image is successfully you know edited. All right, so yeah, and whatever you want to do with it, let's say you want to edit the picture, just like I said the other time. All right, you come down to filter and camera raw, or whatsoever you want to do with it. You want to add noise, but then you could just stay with camera raw filter. So we call it, another a shortcut for that is CRF. right, so now that is loaded, okay, you can play with it, increase the opacity to, yeah, to the contrast, and all. I think the contrast is too much, this is a practice. I wouldn't do it like that. All right, so I think let's take this back. It makes sense. It's looking more realistic and add more blacks. Okay, and let's add more texture to it. All right, let's make it look a little bit realistic. Okay, aha, it's coming out. The guy is looking more nice. Yeah. Okay, it's looking more nice. It's looking more nice. All right, so I think this is nice. Okay, let's check for vibrance. It's looking like the 90s. All right, you can increase this. The color of the shirt is coming out, body face. All right, so I guess we could leave it like this. Let's reduce this to a little bit. Okay, I think this is nice. Aha. So, and then you can just click on OK, and we are done. So it's loading. Aha. So this is really, 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 really nice. All right. So, and that's just how you can be able to work on that, whatever you are trying to do. Let's say, for the pocket, you want to just try to edit. You can, or maybe the nose. All right. You can zoom in, increase, 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 increase. Okay. Let's say maybe this part. Now we just want to edit it. Okay. All right, so I'm just trying to, I hope you can see this. Okay, because of our I okay, I just want to show you. Don't worry, I'm going to see what I'm doing very soon. Okay, so because of that, we can just so because I selected that part now, I can just click on Ctrl J, so it select just that part alone. Can you see what I cut out? Yes. So I can just decide to change the color of this place now. So I come here to color overlay. So you leave it, let it load. See, this is white. I can change the color from here. Let's say something like maybe blue, sort of. Yeah. So change the blending mode. Let's say something to color. Aha. Can you see? And I can decide to blend this. Can you see? So I'm just showing you what you can do with your quick selection tool, and I can decide to layer mask it and try to brush the part that wasn't really nice. All right, let's reduce and brush. Can you see? So it makes it look more neat, more neat, more neat. All right, so aha, this guy is looking nice. So it's looking much more nice. If you don't like the way it is, you can still edit it a little bit from here as well, from the blending mode here. All right, so the overlay there can still come back to color. Yeah, it's still good. Yeah, I think that is good. So that's just that about that, and I'll see you in the next class, which is going to be the practical class. We're going to be making do of this image. Let's see what we can do with it, and if we can do something really nice with it, we'll look for another better image, and I'll see you in the next class. Bye.